Hi there, welcome to QA Box Let's Test. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, kindly do so, and if you like the video, give them the thumbs up.
Right. So in this video, we are going to list out some of the most commonly used string functions in JavaScript. And we are going to use this string throughout this video. All right. So the first method that we are going to talk about is char at. It accepts a parameter. And this function will return the character at the nth position within the string. And the position starts with 0. So in this particular case, what we are doing is my string dot char add, and we are providing the position. So it starts with 0, 1 and 2. So L would be returned to us. And you see L is returned. Alright. So the next method is char code add. It also accepts a parameter, and this function will return the Unicode value of the character at that particular position within the string. Alright. So now this is going to return the Unicode value of L. So let's run this, and the Unicode value of small l is 108. Okay, so the next method is concat. This function combines one or more strings into existing one. Okay, so let me comment out this. So we have string 1 equal to QA box, string 2 is let's test, and we are going to concatenate using the concat method. So string 1 we want to concat first with a comma and a space, a comma and a space. Then we want to concatenate it with string 2, and then we want to concatenate 3 exclamation mark. So now if we run this, we get QA box comma space let's test and those exclamation marks. Right, that's how we are going to concatenate strings. Next one is from char code. This function will return a string created by using specified sequence of Unicode values. Okay, so we saw that the Unicode value of small l is 108. So let's check that out if this function gives us back small l. So again, this is the string class in JavaScript, and we are calling the static method on this class from char code. This is slightly different. In the earlier cases, we're working on that string literal object. In this case, we are going to use string and call it static method, and then we are going to pass the Unicode value. And when we do so, we get small l back. Okay, so the next one is index of. So index of searches and if found returns the index number of the specified character or substring within the string. So it finds the first match of the substring within the string. If not found, -1 is returned. Start is an optional argument specifying the position within string to begin the search. Default is 0. Alright, so let's check this out. So we are trying to find QA in our string, and this is going to find this QA, the occurrence of this QA. See, there is one more QA, but only the first occurrence would be returned. All right, so this is going to return the index of it. So if we do so, we get 11. If we count that, start with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I got to start that again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, that's the first occurrence of QA. All right, so if you have to find the last occurrence of QA, which is going to be this in our case, okay, so we are going to use last index of, and when we do so, we get 69 back. Okay, the next one is match. It executes a search for the match within a string based on a regular expression. It returns an array of information or null if no match is found. All right, so let's find that out. So what we are doing is, in that string we are running that method, and we are passing in the regular expression. I stands for globally, and this is case insensitive. All right, since we have capital QA, right, so we are passing in lowercase, so therefore I have added this I in here. All right, and if I do so, so I get the array back of the values that are being matched. All right, if I take this I out, okay, and run this, so I get the null back, okay, because it's in uppercase here. All right, so we require I. If I take the G out and run this is what I get back. Okay, all right, so that's about match. So the next one is replace. Searches and replaces the regular expression or substring portion with the replaced text instead. All right, so let's check that out. And we are also going to see if this method is going to update the original string or not. So here also I'm passing the same regular expression and I'm replacing the QA with quality assurance. Okay, so let me run this now. So you could see that the QA is replaced by quality assurance at both the places. Okay, and the original string remain as it is. Okay, so if you want this string, you have to store it in a new variable. Okay, all right, so next one is search. It tests for a match in a string. It returns the index of the match or -1 if not found. Okay, so let's check that out. Okay, so we are using search now. Again, my string dot search, passing in the regular expression, and it gives us the index of that match. Okay, that's about search. Next one is slice. This function returns a substring of the string based on the start and end index arguments, not including the end index itself. End is optional, and if none is specified, the slice includes all characters from start to end of the string. Okay, so if I do something like this, from 0 to 17 on my string, all right, so let me save that and execute that. This is going to give me welcome to QA box. Okay, and if this is my starting position, if I say 6 and run this, it will give me this back. Okay, and if I exclude this part, so it is going to give me the complete string starting from index 6. Okay, so that's about slice. Next is split. This will split a string into many according to the specified delimiter and returns an array of containing each element. The optional limit is an integer that lets you specify the maximum number of elements to be returned. Alright, so what we want to separate our list, our string on is a space. So let's see that what we'll get back. So we'll get back an array of all the words within that string. Alright, and you can limit that if you say 7 here, or let's say to make it more readable only 3, and if you run this now, get only 3 words back. All right, so that's about your split. Next is substring. This function returns the characters in a string beginning at start and through the specified number of characters. Length is the optional, and if omitted, up to the end of the string is assumed. All right, so here pretty much like your substring. And all right, so we are working on sub. We have to cover this first, sorry. So sub str, all right, this is very much like your slice, and if you run that, welcome to QA box is returned. Substring is also pretty much the same. It returns the characters in a string between from and to indexes, not including to itself. To is optional, and if omitted, up to the end of the string is assumed. All right, pretty much the same. So let's uncomment that and let's execute this. So we get welcome to QA box again. Alright, to lowercase, as very explanatory, this will return the string with all of its characters converted to lowercase. Alright, so let me comment this out, save that, run it, and you can see all in small case. Alright, all in lowercase. Alright, uppercase is the reverse of that, so it will convert all the characters to uppercase. Alright, includes, it is used to check whether a string contains the specified string or characters. So this does not accept your regular expression. So if you run this and execute that, so it will give you true and false. So if I say is QA, alright, and run this, it will give us false. Alright, ends with, this function checks whether a string ends with specified string or characters. So QA is important, it's at the end. So if I uncomment that and save it and execute, so we get the true back. And if I say is QA, it will return us false. Okay, so that's about ends with. So similarly we have starts with. So is my string starting with this? Let's check that out, and we get true back, and we say welcome to QA box. Yes, let's check that out, it would give us false. Alright, next one is repeat. This returns a new string with a specified number of copies of an existing string. Okay, so let's check that out and also check if it manipulates the existing string or not. So I'm going to, just to separate them out, let me add some more things in here so that we can differentiate. So as you could see, the existing string is not updated and the string is repeated 3 times. So this is 1, 2, and then 3. Alright, so that's about your repeat. Next one in the list is value of. It is used to return the primitive value of a string object. So in this case, it will remain pretty much the same. So let me execute that and you get this back. Okay, so the next one is trim. This function removes white spaces from both ends of the string. So we have a variable and there are 3 spaces before QA box and 3 spaces after QA box, and we are going to first check the length of it. It's going to be, I guess, 12, and then we are going to trim it, and then we are going to check the length again. Alright, but make sure that this function does not modify the existing string. Alright, and the spaces in between are not omitted. Alright, so if you run this now and check, so there are 12 characters. So length is a property on string which will tell you how many characters are there. So there are 12 characters, then you trim it, which will give you QA box. And if after trimming you apply this property, because it is even after trimming it is still a string, so you can change the change the length property, so you get 6 back. All right, so these are some of the important functions available with string. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.